Hello and welcome to our news broadcast here from Canal, Algérie. First, the top stories of the news. The Algerian Airlines company Air Algérie decides to increase its domestic flights to 42 across 11 provinces ahead of the summer season. The situation in Palestine is still deplorable, with fresh bombings amid an acute health crisis following the attacks targeting the Algerian hospital. And the traditional oven in Tlemcen is steadily heading towards UNESCO classification as a World Tangible Heritage. Welcome back. Ahead of the summer season, the national airlines company Air Algérie is heading towards increasing its domestic flights to 42 per week. 11 provinces are meant by this move, likely to rise the number of seats to more than 4,000 a week, a sight of relief for domestic travellers who usually opt for flights in quest of comfort and shorter time. Soon after Ramadan, the faithful are highly recommended to fast six extra days of Shawwal, an optional tradition that turned into a habit among people due to its immense reward and its magic benefits on body and spirit as well. More religious insight in this ritual with Melissa Kabash.
Following the footsteps of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, a large number of Muslims across the world are fasting 6 days of Shawwal, equivalent to fasting all year around. After fasting the entire month of Ramadan, we're going to fast 6 days of Shawwal as well, as if we fasted all year long.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us to fast 6 of Shawwal days because we're going to be rewarded.
To remember God, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, fasted 6 days of Shawwal. He said whoever fasts Ramadan and follows it with 6 days of Shawwal, it will be as he fasted for a year. Therefore, we encourage people to follow this practice and maintain it so as to get closer to God.
والحفاظ على هذا الأمر تعبدا لله عز وجل وتقربا له.
It surely isn't an obligation, but fasting these 6 days remain a strongly recommended sunnah that we have to stick to, since its divine reward is immense and its benefits for body and spirit are huge. In a word, a boon not to miss.
Still with Eid al-Fitr feast, the inhabitants of Algerian province have their special destinations to spend their Eid and recharge their batteries after a long month of fasting. Some of them prefer leisure parks, while others head for nature. So as that is the case in Khenchla residents who headed for nature to relax and let steam off. Let's discover more with Ines Kalo.
Located in the heights of the Ouras Mountains, the Abous region is a popular destination for many visitors in search for peace and quiet. During our visit, we met several visitors looking for peace and tranquility and had chosen this enchanting landscape for their first Eid outing.
I really like this place. We have a great time. It's very pleasant, the air is pure, and the setting is magnificent.
In the west of the country, it's in this leisure park that many families from Oran have chosen to celebrate Eid al-Fitr, an opportunity to share moments of relaxation and conviviality.
We have a great time as a family. The children are very happy. It's a tradition here in Iran every Eid holiday. Many Iran inhabitants choose to come to this leisure park to spend some quality time with their families.
Over the years, this leisure area has become a must for Iran residents and visitors to Al-Bahia.
As you can see, everything is going well. Yesterday we welcomed almost 10,000 visitors, and today we've had a bigger turnout.
At home or outside, each family has chosen its own way of relaxing and letting steam off, to the great delight of young and old alike.
To international news now. More martyrs among Palestinians slain by the Zionist war machinery, which carried out an intense bombing on several localities of Gaza. In the meantime, fierce clashes broke out between the occupation army and the Palestinian resistance in Nusayrat camp, where the international and the humanitarian situation is always deplorable. Leticia Sidqawi gives us the latest development in the region.
No let out in the horizon of the Zionist war crimes in Gaza, despite the international calls for an immediate ceasefire. Destruction and horror are now the daily reality of Palestinians. At least 29 martyrs were killed, while dozens were wounded in an attack on a house in the center of Gaza. On the other hand, the fight intensified between the resistance factions and the Zionist army in the north of the Nusayrat camps after the genocidal forces conducted an attack in the center of Gaza with intense air and artillery bombing that reached power plants and several homes. No infrastructure is spared, not even hospitals. Case in point, Al-Jazairi Hospital, East Khan Yunis. These are all that relics. All units are now destroyed and many houses are demolished.
Everything is destroyed. Hospitals, houses, plants, everything is turned into ashes in Abasan, and even the houses and mosques are now reduced to ruins. Our lives and those of our children are destroyed. Despite this, we are holding up even under these circumstances.
Overcoming these challenges to achieve his noble mission, our special envoy Wissam Abu Zaid entered the emergency hall, or at least what remains of it. It has now turned into dust, completely out of service.
Nothing
is left of the Algerian hospital. It is the only one in the region of Khan Yunis. The Zionist army destroyed everything without mercy. I was born in this hospital 20 years ago. Today, it is completely destroyed. Nothing is left of it. Where should we go for treatment now? The Zionist entity took away everything.
Wissam Abu Zaid, one of the few war reporters left in Gaza, shares through our channels and on social media his daily reality full of horror and fear perpetrated by the Zionist entity, deliberately targeting those working to expose the reality.
Sports now. CL Belouizdad progressed to the semi-final round of the Cup following their victory over AS Mostaganem penalty shootout, 4-2 in Constantine Stadium, while the second representative of the capital USM Algiers easily advanced to the quarter-final round after trouncing Bouga squad with 7-0 in a game held at the 5th of July Olympic Stadium here in Algiers.
بفضل ركلات الترجيح إذن بفضل ركلات الترجيح فريق شباب الوداد يتأهل إلى الدور النصف النهائي ب4 ركلات مقابل ركلتين فقط بعدما انتهى الوقت الرسمي والإضافيين بالتعادل 3-3 يعود شباب الوزداد من بعيد ويتأهل هنيئا لشباب الوزداد وهنيئا.
هي عكس الشوط الأول اللي كانوا وجدوا فيه صعوبات. كرة لباشا الهدف الخامس، الهدف الخامس لاتحاد الجزائر. عبد الله كانوا قدم راح اسماعيل، راح يلعب مع باشا توزيع من باشا أرضية، والسابع الباشا.
A large victory of USM Algiers. Let's head now to Tlemcen province to have a clear idea about the delicious local case of the region, carefully prepared by professional women using traditional oven, likely to be classified among the world's tangible heritage. Let's discover more with Melissa Kabash.
Known for its delicious traditional sweets present at every event and gathering, including Eid al-Fitr feast, Tlemcen province is very famous as well for its cake baked in a traditional oven, tradition transmitted by women during the marinade siege.
كان أكثر من 35 فران متواجدة على مستوى تلمسان لم يبقى إلا.
There was more than 35 traditional bakeries at the level of Tlemcen, but now only 2 remain. One located in Derb or Lane Wad Limam, while the other one is in Lane Al Hajjamin. The traditional oven is composed of different compartments, namely one used to store the wood, the oven, or the so-called the pit where the baker sits, the tenfisa or evaporator.
الفتحة التي يخرج منها الهواء.
For the locals, it is not only a cake, but a piece of history. We use wood in this oven and we cook different things, such as meat.
We burn the wood from different trees, including olive and almond trees. We actually bring a lot of things to the baker so he can bake it with the traditional oven. This oven has been existing for the past 2 decades. Even my father worked here for 42 years. We cook and bake here. We bake different sweets in this traditional oven. We've been using it since forever.
Algeria is now willing to register this traditional oven of Tlemcen province in the UNESCO as a World Tangible Heritage.
With the Tlemcen cakes, we come to the end of our news bulletin. Once again, happy Eid, Sahaidkum, take care, keep tuning to our channel. Tomorrow, other news, other day, and bye-bye for now.